Hey guys and gals, this is Jim back. This is part 3 of my channel update, what's been going on, and shout outs and all that. And something I want to bring up, I'm going to be talking about what kind of stuff I actually build, mostly for all my new subscribers, but this will also be some, useful information for my longtime subscribers and stuff like that. But one thing I wanted to mention, I noticed on these new Star Trek kits, the box artwork, especially up here where they got like the picture of the captain and this little kind of arrowhead type design, whatever pattern you want to call it. There's another company out there. I saw a YouTube video recently where it's a company. It's not Revell with the build and play kits, the Star Wars kits, stuff like that. It's another company that actually it's already built. It's got a bunch of screws holding it together, and they got lights and sound. They come packaged in big boxes. It's not part of Polar Lights as far as I know, but they got the same type of the top of their box artwork, and they usually got a clear window that shows the model up and stuff, but they got the same design up here to a dead T. So it must be something having to do it round two. Maybe it's a company that they own or something like that, but it's like one of those play something, they're play toys. I mean, they're not glued together kits that are pre-built and painted. They're actually all assembled. They got screws holding all the different parts together, which you can fill it in with filler if you wanted to do, but stuff, they're pretty much like a kid's toy, because you push a button and one of them's got sound. You push another button, the lights come on, and this and that. I've seen them in stores years ago. Target used to carry a lot of stuff like that, but anyway, it's just something that came to mind with these new Polar Lights designs on their boxes and stuff. But anyway, this is more geared towards my newer subscribers. I'm getting a lot of new subscribers today as it goes, just like yesterday. But one thing about my channel, like I said, I do mostly Star Trek. I do other sci-fi like Battlestar Galactica, all those little Star Wars kits and stuff, making little dioramas, which is a lot of fun to me. Things like that. Years ago, when I was in a kid and stuff, Mom had a younger brother, much younger than her. He was pretty close with me. He got me into modeling. He used to build model cars and stuff. He got me into the model railroading. He helped build my first train layout in our basement and stuff when I was a kid and all that and stuff. He got killed in Vietnam. So if you're interested in my channel, seeing, I'm trying to do some variety, but if you're interested in my channel expecting to see like armor, military stuff like that, I'll do a battleship, because ships, any type of ships, have interested me since I was a kid. When I used to go to Museum of Science and Industry in Chicago, they had one big exhibit hall that was nothing but custom built museum quality ships, whether they were sailing ships, battleships, stuff like that. They always fascinated me, maybe because I'm an Aquarius or something like that, having to do with water. And I know years ago I used to be big into the tropical fish hobby. I've won many awards. They used to have shows just like they got dog shows and custom car shows. And that I used to be in the tropical fish and used to raise fish and get many awards. I've got one fish that took all the different categories in the show, and it ended up finishing best of show too. So it's just, I guess it's got to do with me being Aquarius. Plus Dad grew up, he was in the fish big time too. But anyway, I don't do military stuff for that reason. It kind of hits a soft spot in me. I miss my uncle. I used to go to a cemetery where they never found him. He got off. I guess their chopper landed in Nam, and when they got off, they were hit by a mortar, something like that. I don't remember the whole exact story. Like I said, I was probably still in grammar school back in '68. In fact, I was in grammar school. I was only 9 years old. So. But anyway, when I was already in high school, maybe a sophomore or so, they finally pronounced the missing in action. It hadn't been found. They had an empty coffin funeral for him, so I never really got into stuff like that. I don't get into too many like war type pictures. I mean, stuff like Rambo, things like that I might watch, but as far as just regular war movies, things like that. I don't keep away. You know, I don't get into. Mom kind of never got into that stuff. You know, it touches a spot in the family and stuff like that. But I will build an occasional ship model only because it was always an interest of mine, just because, you know, ships, water, stuff like that. But mainly the sci-fi things like that. So if you're expecting to see like armor, like tanks or something like that, you know, I might do a fighter plane down the line, just something, because I could light up the engine exhaust and maybe do a little cockpit detailing with some fiber optics. But I'm not really, you know, 100% on that either. So, you know, don't take me to my word or nothing like that. But mainly sci-fi. You know, I do model cars, you know, stuff like that. I grew up building model cars big time. I mean, you know, if I had everything that I built from the time I was a kid when I started out, I'd have a separate house just to keep all my model kits and stuff. You know, a lot of them just got old. A lot of them from moving, they got damaged and, you know, too far beyond repair and stuff. And some of them I wish I still had, especially a lot of the Richard Petty NASCAR models that I built from back in the 70s and stuff, you know. The STP Plymouths and Chargers and stuff like that. But anyway, so that's what you can see me building is going to be mostly, you know, sci-fi. Star Trek is the main thing. You know, the Star Wars, like I said, I like those for the little dioramas that you could do, create little scenes just like you see in the movies. A lot of people enjoy seeing stuff like that. The real space, you know, I'm doing the Apollo and the space program, stuff like that. I've done some Galactica and stuff like that. What else have I done? Something else, sci-fi. Anyway, that's what you can expect to see on my channel, and that's mainly goes out to all you new subscribers. Another thing I want to touch base on, you know, like I said, unless they come out with something that really, you know, urges me to get it, like, you know, something maybe a bigger 350 scale type ship for to go along with my big 350 TOS Enterprise. I may do something like that, you know, but I'm just not gonna go out and buy kits that don't that I don't have an interest in. You know, even if it's got to do with the Star Trek franchise, like the newer stuff, the Discovery franchise. I'm really not into that, so I'm not even gonna waste my time building those kits and stuff and all that. So but anyway, that goes for that as far as, you know, what type of stuff you can see on my channel. I don't always do build series. There's a lot of guys that do build series, and it's like, okay, why should I do a build series when you can see it on somebody else's channel? It might be the same model or maybe something similar, but you get the same kind of basic idea. Unless it's something that I really feel, hey, you know what, I haven't seen nobody building one of these, kind of like I did with the little Defiant. I haven't seen too many of those little 1000 scale Defiants, just plain old out of the box builds, let alone being lit like I did mine. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I did a little build series on that. I kind of did the little build series on that Rebel Build and Play Star Destroyer, how to turn it into something really detailed and all it up just like they do with the bigger ones and stuff. You know, because you didn't see too many of those either and stuff. You know, mostly it was just painting it and weathering it and stuff like that. But it was still basically out of the box with the little button you push and it made the lights and the sound and the little flaps for the landing gear, which you know, I did away with all that kind of stuff. But that's that. There's another thing that I'm going to touch base on too. I get a lot of guys that are model car builders. They don't build much sci-fi or stuff like that. A lot of you guys do giveaways, like 100 subscriber giveaway, 200 subscriber, 500 stuff. I don't do giveaways. You know, a lot of us sci-fi modelers I see don't do that. It's not that I don't want to give nothing away. You guys are all cool. You know, I enjoy looking at your videos, just like you like checking out sci-fi once in a while. But I don't do giveaways on my channel. I know sometimes people, well, how come you didn't do a giveaway? Or other people do. That's just not what I do. So don't expect none of that from me, you know. Not to be cruel or nothing like that, but I'm just saying that's not what my channel's about either. I'm not in this for subscribers. I mean, the more subscribers I get, the merrier. But, you know, if I only had 5 subscribers that followed me and looked at everything I built, I'd be just as fine with that as people are with having several thousand or several hundred subscribers. So, another thing I'll never do is this is something that really kind of set me off a while back. Oh, maybe about 5, 6 months back. I was subscribing to a channel. I'm not going to mention the name of the channel, but the gentleman came on in a video and he asked people to donate money, kind of like this Patreon thing. You know, I build model kits whether there was YouTube or not. I'm going to build a model kit. If you know, we got YouTube, so I show them off just like a lot of other people do. But there's it seems like there's more and more people that are doing this Patreon thing. It's almost kind of like pay-per-view kind of stuff, or pay, you know, subscribe and pay to get my videos and, you know, be able to see what I'm doing. But the gentleman came right out and bluntly asked, hey, you know, model kits are getting expensive. If you guys want to keep seeing videos of my model kits and stuff like that, I'm asking for donations. Like I said, I build kits because I build them for myself first. I show off to my friends and I show them off to you guys on YouTube. Even if, like I said, if there wasn't a YouTube, I'd still be building and doing the same kind of stuff. It's just you guys wouldn't get to see it. But being that we do have YouTube, hey, it's free. It doesn't cost me nothing to make this video right now. I mean, I got to pay a cable bill and stuff, so I got my internet and things like that. But other than that, it doesn't cost me nothing to make a video here in the afternoon and put it up on YouTube, okay? It's not like I'm a production studio that needs, you know, hundreds and hundreds of dollars to survive just to make one video for a couple minutes. To me, that's wrong, okay? I know whether, you know, model kits is something, no matter how much they cost, I'm going to build it if I really want to. Like I said, certain ones I don't build. It's not because of the price, but they just don't grab my attention, or, you know, they don't make me want to build them and stuff. But when you start asking people to donate money, it's basically to support your habit, your hobby. They get to see a video, but if it comes to the day when I can't afford a model kit, that's going to be into me posting a video or something. Or if I can only afford to build 1 or 2 model kits a year, that's all the videos I'm going to pop up there and stuff. I may pop up other videos with how to do this or new product or something like that, but I'm never going to turn around and say, hey, if you guys want to keep seeing me build model kits, I'm going to ask for donations. No, that's not what I'm about, and I will never get that point. When the day comes and I can't afford to buy a model kit, that's going to be the end of my model building days. So anyway, I wanted to bring up that little tidbit because I see more and more people. But the way that one gentleman brought it up and did a whole video about that, he was basically saying, you know, I need your money so I can go out and buy a model kit to build. He's building a model kit for himself. So if he can't afford it, then he shouldn't be building the model in the first place. Yeah, it can be an expensive hobby, but nowadays there's other products, different things you can use, cheaper paints, you know, the craft paints. A lot of people are starting to turn to craft paints. A lot of people are getting away from the spray cans like Testors and Tamiya because Rust-Oleum, we're finding out it works just as well. In fact, Rust-Oleum just came out with a new color. I noticed it in the Walmart, and it's one of the colors that Model Master put on the paint callouts for their Katinga, the 350 Katinga. It's called Deep Forest Green. Rust-Oleum finally came out with a Deep Forest Green color. So there was a gentleman a while back that asked me something. Well, I can't, I don't have an airbrush, a compressor, stuff like that. I can't go into that much detail painting. Can I get away with using, you know, spray cans and stuff like that? You know, what's available? I said, you certainly can. There's no rules. You don't have to paint it the exact colors, but they do have now, they have a Deep Forest Green, which is pretty much a close match to the base color on the big Katinga. So, thought I'd share that with you. Another thing too, I noticed, especially on this Apollo, the AMT, there's a lot of seams, especially on the different stages and stuff. The seams are pretty big. Hobbies, sometimes hobby things get a little bit more expensive because it's got to do with a hobby, so they raise the price up a little bit. I was in Walmart a few weeks back and I needed some sanding sticks other than my files and sanding paper I use. A while back I picked up, they were about the size of popsicle sticks, little sanding sticks. you go to the cosmetic department where they got the fingernail polish and stuff like that. I picked these up. You get 2 of these in a package and 2 of the pink ones in a package. They're about $1.25 for a package of 2. This has kind of got a medium and a rough grit on it. They're foam and that, so they're a little flexible for like around bend, curves and stuff like that. They're pretty durable. And this one's got like a fine and an extra fine, like for your finish sanding to get rid of the, the coarser grit sanding marks and stuff. But I thought I'd bring that. Yeah, pink ain't my favorite color, but oh well, that's the way they come. But for $1.25, you get 2 of those in a package, 2 of those in a package. I think if you buy sanding sticks, even if you find them cheap online, you're probably going to spend about 4 or 5 times that much for them and stuff. So thought I'd share that little bit of information with you guys. Like I says, this is just kind of just another conclusion of my update series and stuff here. I got some videos I'll probably do in the future. There's one question that pops up a lot that a lot of people they kind of misinterpret. I'm probably going to do a video on the differences between the Enterprise refit from the motion picture. You'll see that in Star Trek 1, 2, and 3. And then in Star Trek 4, 5, and 6, you're going to see the Enterprise, the 1701A. It's the same class of ship. The refit was called the refit because the beginning of the movie was all about, okay, they redesigned the original Enterprise from the original series. The Enterprise A, even though it looks like the same ship, there's a lot of differences as far as lighting, the shuttle bay, the paint colors on the secondary hull as far as the strong backs and stuff like that. There's some lights on the Enterprise refit that are just constant on. There's the same light on the Enterprise A, might be a flashing navigation light on the back of the shuttle bay entrance. There's like 3 little like elongated windows that are lit up. Those are kind of like tracking beams. Some people think they're just like a navigation light, like a single navigation light, stuff like that. So I'm going to do a video and try to explain the differences. Not that you can't call it what you want, but there are differences, and the Enterprise 1701A is not referred to as the refit, even though people do it. It's a ship that was renamed because the original Enterprise refit was blown up in Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock. So I'm going to do a little video about that. Another video I'm going to do in the future is, way back through the years, I've had a lot of people talk about how come they don't do certain model cars like, NASCAR, drag racing and stuff. Revell used to be big time popular into that kind of stuff. I'm gonna do a video all about that because there's umpteen reasons why they don't build those no more. The first thing you notice if you go back, anybody that builds model cars, is if you built a lot of NASCAR stuff, they stopped including the little Goodyear wingfoot design that went above the front wheel well, and they stopped including the pad printed tires with the Goodyear or the little raised letters on the Goodyear tires. It's all got to do with licensing and permissions and stuff. There's a lot of other reasons they don't do it nowadays because licensing and stuff has gotten so expensive, and it goes with anything. I mean, there might be some Star Trek models that they'll never be able to do because the studios won't give them the licensing to produce those models and stuff. So I'm going to do a couple different like informative videos like that stuff, that might be helpful to some people. Well, why don't they do that no more? Why don't they make this no more? Yeah, you can get aftermarket stuff in that, but you got to be careful because a lot of those aftermarket companies don't have the permissions and licensing, so they could get in a lot of trouble for producing decals and stuff like that they didn't pay the the sponsors and stuff like that, or the different companies like Goodyear or Chevy or Dodge or Ford. You can get in a lot of trouble doing that kind of stuff. It's pretty much basically like copyright infringement and stuff. So that's going to be that, and that's pretty much my last update to the channel update and what's going on. And again, thanks to the guys that gave me shout outs in their videos. Thanks for the guys that were wondering what happened to me. I enjoy and I care just about you guys. If I don't see you on for a long time, I'll probably pop up the same type of comment. Thanks for all the new subscribers. Thanks for all your comments. Thanks for hitting the like button. Thanks again for watching all my videos and putting up with me. And we'll be seeing you real soon and stuff. And hopefully maybe later on or tomorrow, I'm going to try to definitely get a video up on my finished Katinga with the lighting and stuff like that. So till the next time, guys, all take care. Have a good rest of the day. Happy modeling, and we'll see you. Bye.